Okay, this one's kind of a fun card. It's a little bit different for Christmas, but it uses our new Opal polishes, which I really, really like. We're going to be using the May Your Christmas Sparkle die. This is the sentiment from one of our mini expressions. And this is our triple layering Star of Wonder die. Okay, now I'm going to be using a new mask. This is called Starstruck, and it's got just beautiful stars of different sizes all over. I've gone ahead and taped this onto a piece of black card, and I'm going to bring in the Opal polishes. So you have your blue Parakeet, which looks green. You have the pink Thistle, isn't that pretty? Put that over, and blue Lavender. Okay, now these all have their applicators in the lid, so I'm going to go ahead and take them out. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit of the Opal polish on the side here, and I'm just going to work that into some of the stars, and we're going to kind of do it a little bit of a random pattern. All right. There. Now when the Opal polishes hit black card, they change color. You can get some of the same color by building it up a little bit, but if you want them to just sort of give you that opalescent look, you want a very light inking of them, I guess is the word you'd use. So pink Thistle, when it gets onto black card, looks pink rather than that sort of lavender color. And some of these stars are really tiny, so I want to just pop some in there, just get a little bit going. There you go, and we'll bring in the blue Lavender, which will look blue on white card, but you have a really soft lavender color that comes through on the black. So you'll find the center of some of the stars will change, whereas the outer edges have a bit more of the polish on it, so they'll stay a little bit more true to color. It gives you a really lovely look. And let's just see if we've got them all. Go back through and just sort of work it into the corners on the stars. There we go. Let's bring in a little bit more of that green Parakeet. I like that. Really work it into the edges. That looks pretty good. Just kind of go back and see if there's any spots you want to add a little more to. There we go. I like that. So what you also want to do is whenever you use any of our water-based products that are in these sort of containers, take your little water spritz bottle and just add a little water whenever you've used them, and that way they'll never dry out. Pop that back on. Get that in good. Lids. Applicators. There we go. And they're ready to use the next time you want to use them. Okay, so let's peel up the tape and see how we've done. Take that off. That off. And let's do this one. Hold that down. And you can check it by raising it. You can see how well you've done. There's a few there I would probably go back through and do, but I do have one I've done earlier, but you can just pop that back into place if you leave one down. And if you're completely finished, you can take that last piece off and just remove it. I'll set this aside. It doesn't take very long to dry, but I have got one that I've done earlier. And you are going to want to tidy up your mask, because that will dry on there. Give it a good wipe. Your mask might stain a little bit, but it will be clean. You can use it for the next time. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Pop that over there, and let's tidy up some of our stuff here. Okay, I'm going to bring in the one I've done earlier. Let me just dry that area off really well. So I've got another one. So you can see you've got a lot of that different shade coming through, the greens, the pinks, the lavenders. It really does kind of give you a celestial night feel to it. So the next thing I want to do is I want to bring in the Star of Wonder. Now this is a triple layering die, but you don't always have to use it that way, which is one of the really nice things about it. I'm actually going to use it as a double layering die today. So I've got a little bit of gloss white card. So I'm just going to take the top layer and I'm going to tape that into place. And I'm just going to use the outer cut edge with it. Now ordinarily if I'm triple layering, I would add the 2 layers together and then cut the outside edge on it. But since I'm not doing that, I'm going to go and do it this way this time. Let's move that. Bring in our cut plates. There we go. Pop that down. Give that a quick cut. Oop. And pop out your little pieces. So this has a little bit of a deboss in some of the areas and then a cutout. So you can see some really nice design with that in the center. Let's put this back onto our mat. Don't lose any of it. Okay. And I've done the backing out of just regular coconut white card, so you're going to have a little bit of a difference coming through with the 2 different types of card. I'm going to spray some glue and attach that just like that. Give it a second to set up. Bring in a little bit of mounting foam here. Add that to the back, so we'll raise it up a tiny bit for dimension. Make it a nice focal element. Bring that in. You can just decide which way you want it to go. It's all about the same, I think, but you know, you might have a preference. I'm going to pop that up in this corner. Give that a little press. And I've done the May Your Christmas Sparkle a couple of times, and I've gone ahead and cut the top one out of that gloss white, so I kind of bring in that same look. Give it some glue. And I think since we've got a little bit of a texture there, I'm going to add some more of the Cosmic to this and really get a good hold on that. Just sort of in some of these spots that are a little bit larger. Maybe pull that around. There we go. Pop that right down in the lower corner. And you can still see the really nice stars coming through. And how's that? This would make a great batch card. So simple and easy. Really unique too. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Look for us on our YouTube channel.